Have you ever heard of WQRI? If you're from Hamilton County, you probably have, but you likely don't talk about it. Back in the late 90s, before everyone was glued to the internet, this small-town community radio station was the heart of the community. Then one night, it just stopped, vanished. The official story was technical difficulties. But the locals know the real reason. They call it the last broadcast. It was just after midnight, 12:03 a.m. to be exact. The familiar voice of the late-night DJ was giving the weather report when the signal dissolved into a wall of static. Then, a new voice cut through the noise. It wasn't the DJ, it wasn't pre-recorded, it didn't even sound human. People who heard it described it as wet and strained, like someone was trying to speak through lungs filled with water. And the words it spoke were chilling. Don't look outside, stay away from the windows. If you see it, it will see you, and if it sees you, it will not forget you. At first, some people thought it was a prank, a Halloween joke in the middle of spring. Others weren't so sure. A cold dread crept into their homes. Families rushed to pull their curtains shut, hearts pounding, as the gurgling voice on the radio continued its dire warning. They are moving through the streets now. Don't look out, don't look out. The station's phone lines were flooded with calls from panicked listeners, but nobody answered. It was just the voice and the static. Soon new sounds began to join the broadcast, not from the radio, but from outside. Neighbors reported hearing heavy pounding on their houses like giant fists, or maybe claws slamming against the siding. Some swore they heard the screech of nails dragging slowly across window panes. One man, in a police statement he later tried to retract, told a horrifying story. His wife, thinking it was all a silly prank, laughed and strode over to the window. She yanked open the blinds to prove there was nothing there, and then she just froze. Her body went completely stiff, her eyes wide with a terror he couldn't comprehend. As he watched, paralyzed, she turned and walked to the front door, opening it slowly as if being beckoned by something only she could hear. She stepped out into the pitch-black night, and he never saw her again. All the while, the voice on the radio narrated the events with a terrifying intimacy, gasping between words. "Don't follow them," it rasped. "Don't listen when they call your name. They're not speaking. It's the sound of your own death, echoing back to you." Suddenly the static roared, building in volume until it was a physical force. In every house tuned in, speakers blew out with a deafening pop, plunging the town into an eerie, absolute silence. WQRY never broadcasted again. The next morning the sun rose on a town that was half empty. Dozens of people were simply gone. There were no bodies, no signs of a struggle, no evidence of where they went. Just empty houses with their front doors left wide open, curtains fluttering in the breeze from shattered windows, and televisions still glowing in silent living rooms. To this day, no one knows for sure what hijacked the airwaves that night. Was it an elaborate hoax, a mass hallucination, or something else? But a strange phenomenon persists. Sometimes long after midnight, truckers driving the lonely highways through Hamilton County report a bizarre occurrence. For exactly 12 seconds, their radios will suddenly cut to pure hissing static. And just before the music or talk show returns, they hear it. A wet, gasping whisper, clear as day, saying just 3 words. Don't look outside. Thanks for watching. If you have any stories about strange broadcasts or unexplained events, share them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this dive into the unknown, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more mysteries. Stay safe out there.